My name is Suzanne Mouton Odom, and I'm a licensed psychologist here in Houston, Texas. I've been in practice since 1995, treating people in the Houston community, specializing in people suffering with anxiety disorders, depression, OCD, and I have a special interest in body-focused repetitive behaviors, hair pulling and skin picking. So I think the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have been far-reaching. Beyond the obvious, the physiological impact is huge. Psychologically, I think has also been huge. We've seen a lot of depression, anxiety, and anxiety kind of stems from a sense of the unknown or feeling out of control, which I think this pandemic has really ignited in people. I've seen a lot of social isolation, people feeling disconnected from their loved ones, from family members, from close friends, feeling unable to socialize, locked in their house. So we've also seen a change in the things that sometimes were really helping people to be functioning better psychologically. And so really in the last few months, we've seen a huge increase in the number of people suffering with depression and anxiety. And the flip side of that coin is there's been some good stuff psychologically that's come out of the pandemic. People have been forced to think outside of the box. People have been forced, and that's a strong word, but people are now interacting socially online or through Zoom or social distancing, having outside gatherings, and really just being creative in how we go about those daily self-care activities and how we take care of ourselves. So I think, as we think about COVID-19 pandemic ending, we have to be careful because I think that we have put our expectations on, it's going to end at this time. It'll be over by that time. And we have to be careful not to set ourselves up for yet another disappointment. So I think a better approach might be to think about, this is where we are right now, and how can I function to the best of my ability right now, given where we are in the world. So I'm very hesitant to encourage people to think about, what about March or May or next fall? Not in a way of being negative, but in more of an acceptance of this might go on longer. We really don't know. But today we know where it is today and what can we do about it. So as we sort of approach that and as we look toward this ending, I think one thing is to really know what are the habits and things that we've done that have worked. So in closing, I think I would say one of the most important things that we could all do is to have some compassion for ourselves. Certainly to have compassion for others and to not assume that we know what others are going through. Forgiving ourselves for not being perfect, but then problem solving how maybe we could do things better tomorrow or next week, knowing what we know now. So it's a process of accepting that we're not perfect, giving ourselves some compassion, but then moving forward in a more informed, hopefully a more informed way.